and welcome to another video. Today I'm gonna talk about a new fancy package that I got. I bought a Switch. Yeah, so I got a problem. You probably have seen this before. It's a little bit dirty. So this is pretty much my home lab situation at the moment. Yeah, ignore that ugly kind of silverish thing there. Doesn't really, it's the company computer, so I need to get rid of that. But you see here, I have the Switch in the background. I have a nest of cables, the right length of cables at least. But this is not really working. I should have this better set up. And if I add more computers here, it doesn't really fit on this shelf. I have an extra cable, so I could put in one more computer, but I need to have a different solution for this. And that's where this little package comes in. It arrived today. I haven't opened it yet, so it could be a bunch of bricks, as far as I know. But I hope that it's something more useful. Yeah, let's switch over to the other cam. So, this is much better. Now I can go through this package here and see what is inside. I've been so excited all day. It arrived a couple of hours ago and I haven't been able to do anything with it. Let's see if I can get this little note away here. Yeah, tracking manifest. So, what's inside this? This is a catalyst WS-C2960-48TT-L. So, let's open it up and see. It should draw about 42 volts. It has at least one power cable. There we go. You will get two power cables. Oh, that's everything inside there. And a lot of paper. Let's throw that away. So this is the fun part. So this is actually refurbished. So it's not new. If you buy this new, it's about $200. But I got it refurbished for $50. So if it works, that's a bargain. A really good bargain. If it doesn't work, then I've thrown away $50. So not that much money. Let's see. So this is the start of my journey, not the end. So it's a WS-C2960-48TT-L rack mountable switch. It has 48 ports in front here, all of them 10 or 100 megabits. And then we have two uplink that could be up to a gigabit. It has an inside of this, it has, I believe, about 50 or 60 gigabytes of throughput inside. So that should be well above what we need to run that kind of an uplink. And yeah, it has one power cable. I thought it had two power cables because it said that it had two power supplies, but it only seemed to have one power cable. Doesn't really matter. And then we can add input DC for remote power supply in the manual. So we can put in 5 ampere 12 volt directly inside there. We have a console port, and we have the normal. And it should be not that loud. It should be about 48 decibels. So hopefully not too loud. But I haven't turned it on, of course, because I just got it. I would like to look inside. I wonder if that is possible or if it's not something you can do easily. So there is a bunch of screws back here. There are 2 screws in this side here. I wonder if these are integrated as well. But I would need at least 1 more screw type. I can't use only what I have here. So next up, I will of course get a rack for this. That is one of the things I want to do. I haven't decided on what rack. And all of this is possible, of course, because the channel is growing and you are helping out. So if I didn't have, I wouldn't put my own money into this. I've said to my wife that the channel will fend for itself, but if I get any extra money over, I will put it back into the channel and make content for you guys. And I would like to have some kind of possibility to run a home network where I could have some compute resources. Where did I put the other one? There I did. So I wonder if this is all I need to loosen up. So I can look inside and see how the refurbish was done. If it's very unclean or if they have done a good job of refurbishing this. It looks great from the outside, so they have at least used a wet rug or something like that to remove any dust from the outside of the case. There could be a large hairball or anything like that inside, of course. So it seems to just move. Yeah. So what we expected, it's pretty much one board. We have some processors here. It should have about 64 megabytes of memory. And then we have the CISCO system chip over here. Yeah. The power supply over here, of course. It has a fan, so that could be a loud one if we are unlucky. But at least it seems to be a pretty decent board. And they have not spilled anything in here. Everything seems to be just in order. So I'm very happy with this purchase, actually. I don't need to do any extra cleaning or take anything out and remove anything and so on. And I think it's important when you get a device, at least if it's refurbished, to take a look inside and see if you can find any damage or anything like that. Of course, it's sold as is, and they were very adamant on checking out that I was a company, so they wanted to sell this to a legitimate company, and I have a VAT number and everything, so there's no problem there. But they wanted it to go to a good cause, of course. And I think my home lab is a really good cause. I will put this back together and then we will do a noise test. So, let's see here. Power cable. There we go. And open this up. Sound check, incoming. Plug it into the wall. There we go. Hopefully I will not fry anything now. So let's check this out. There we go. Starting up. I can feel the air back here. I would say that this is pretty much silent. It said around, that should be around 48 decibels. You can hear the fan blowing, but 48, that is a lot. And we have blinking lights over here. System check. Yeah. Then it stopped blinking, so I think it's pretty much booted up. And still, no sound. So this is very much acceptable. I'll pull the plug again here. And till I get my rack, so I can actually mount this, it's not really that useful. So it's a little bit of a cliffhanger, but I was very excited to get my first part in. The rack I will probably buy new, but this was such a good price for this kind of hardware that I just had to have it. It's really cool. Yeah, I know it's not gigabit internet or anything that fancy, but for my use case, I don't really go for speed. I want reliability and extensibility. So with this one, I can add a bunch of more ports, have a lot more gear. But this is the first look of the WS-C2960-48TT-L. And now that you have seen the switch and my opening of the switch, I actually turned it on, put an internet cable into it, and configure it. And it was pretty easy. You just put into any port directly from your PC, push the button on the switch for a mode for 3 seconds, and then it turned into setup mode. And then you could just go in, give it an IP address, and also a password. So you could also configure Telnet if you want, or SNMP, but I didn't really want to do that. I just wanted the web GUI. So if we switch over to my screen here, you see the web GUI. It's nothing to write home about, but these are more built for speed and being robust. So the web GUI isn't that important, but you see here that we can see how much bandwidth is used, how much package we have through it, what temperature, and that the fan is okay, and also the port utilization. We can configure ports or smart ports and so on. There is a bunch of these kind of things, saying what speed they should be and describe them and so on. But I don't think you need to do that much here. One thing that is a little bit annoying is that this is running 12.2 software at the moment. So there is a version 15 of this GUI. And if I ever get that to work, then I will install that, of course. But if I go to the software center, I get this forbidden, and then it's just flipping off. And it's because I logged in and now I am forbidden to go to that page. So I guess you need some kind of CISCO entitlement in order to be able to upgrade your servers and so on. But this is at least the hardware, so I can run that, which is very exciting. So whenever I get this rack mounted, I could put in a lot of things into this switch. So that's really fun. So this was what I wanted to cover today. I hope that you found this interesting. It's very exciting for me, of course. In the future, if we can figure out more things to configure in this switch, I might do another video on this, but this is just some kind of teaser in the projects I'm doing in my home server. system or my home rack. If you like these kind of content, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave them down in the comment section down below. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do that, and I really hope to see you in the next video.